approached me, well, was it last week?
Yeah.
Earlier this week, and actually, about our guest speaker, and I actually did my homework. And this man is basically a self-made man who's done an unbelievable job in his career so far. And it's really, a lot of you guys I know probably know what he does and what he's done. I'm going to let Jake do the introduction. Jake works for him. And I think we've got a good one here for you guys tonight to get you guys in the right frame of mind for homecoming, which is always a very, very special game here at Ohio Weslyn. Jake Sanders.
That's the guy that started it. So I had this idea. I mean, this guy's been my mentor for I don't know how many years. I wanted to basically show what he's done and have him tell his story to you guys. He's been a huge inspiration for me. It's kind of hard to keep track what all he's done. He's 11-time cover model, huge entrepreneur. He's started how many businesses? Started Muscle Farm, VP of that. Now started Max Effort Muscle. Was a 4th-generation coal miner, and a million other things, and a huge influencer to me. So without further ado, Cory Gregory.
So like Jake said, a little background on myself. I like to kind of explain myself as a serial fitness entrepreneur, because at 17, everybody was doing pretty good in school around me, but I couldn't focus on anything but just lifting weights. So I'm from the Ohio Valley. There's a lot of Ohio Valley guys that come through this program. No one makes money lifting weights where I'm from. I'm 4th-generation coal miner. It's how I saved my money to move to Columbus to start my first gym. What that means is that you work bent over in about this much room, shoveling coal for 16 hours a day to save your money. Yeah, sounds fun, right? And so when I got there, I said, I want to save my money so I can own a gym. And so the first guy I ran into, he says, well, you guys are a little young for this, but he goes, so you want to be a personal trainer like Richard Simmons? That's what he says. Coach, you know who that is? That's a guy that is bad. You guys look him up on the internet. But that's not what I was going for. So, I'm sitting at home and I'm thinking, the only thing I'm doing in study hall is writing workouts. The only thing I want to do. Now I'm $150. No one recruited me to play anything. I'm standing up here as still basically an athlete, but I never played D-nothing. A 6-man on my basketball team. I'm just grinder. I'm in the weight room. I did bench 300 by the time I left high school. I did finally get one ab line. There was a little promise there. But I moved to Columbus after I saved my money as a coal miner, and I wanted to open my own gym. Now, I started working at this place. I was going to Columbus State. I started working at this place, and I was working under this guy, and he started getting busy, so I started getting some clients. So before you know it, I'm charging $20 an hour, and I'm in it. I'm 19 years old. I got 2-3 clients. So when I get to about 10 clients, the manager from the gym comes to me and he says, we're going to change some things. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start taking a percentage of your money. Now, mind you, I grew up in a trailer, $100 a month rent. I ain't got no money. I only have the money. My family can't support me. I mean, the struggle's a struggle. It doesn't matter where you grow up. My mom can barely pay the rent. Waiting tables, doing things when it's time for school shopping. We're just getting whatever. When I'm wearing these pumps right now. The reason why I'm wearing these pumps is because I just signed a Reebok deal head to toe at 37 years old. I got a motherfucking shoe deal when I was 37. But I couldn't afford these when I was 9 and it killed me. That's real. The guy down the street could afford it, but I sat in my room in that trailer nah, not me. When I get a chance, I'm going to change generations. And so that was with stuff that's kind of started driving me, right? So back to my story. Guy comes over and he thinks I'm 20, so I'm not going to do anything. He says, we're going to take a percentage of your money. Cool. So I don't say anything, but I get in my car that day and I start driving around Reynoldsburg, looking for a place to start my own gym. Now I found a ladder closet in the corner of this shopping mall that was 900 square feet. I had 15 clients. You do the numbers, $20 an hour, 2-3 days a week. They wanted $600 for this. And I said, you know what? I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going to go ahead and just pull the trigger. I went and got a treadmill from a yard sale, Like guys, I had a 30,000 square foot gym in Denver where Kaepernick was there. That might be a bad example right now. Kaepernick was there. You know, Manziel, another bad example. But anyway, so like, but it all starts because I was just like not gonna let somebody push on me because I knew I was my own man. I was gonna have my own thing. And so I walked in there and I was like, lady gave me some dumbbells. All my clients supported me. Here I am, 20 years old. I'm turning the lights on. 900 square foot gym. Now when I say gym, that's a stretch. It's kind of like a closet with some dumbbells. Y'all probably got more in your dorm room than I had at this place, but everybody still supported me. But that's when the dream started. At 21 years old, I'm out on campus living it up, but I'm a business owner. The next day, my friends are still doing cake stands, but I'm running off flyers to support my business. You feel me? Like, I was ahead of the game. When my friends were graduating, I'm already driving a Benz, making 6 figures. Because I was hustling. I already had 35 clients, 5 trainers working for me. The key is I didn't wait on it. I saw the opportunity. I just went and got it. No one told me how to do it. I came home from working one day, and I lived with like 6 dudes on 15th, and they was all around the table like I was in like a heroin intervention or something. So I walk in and I'm like, "What's up?" They're going, "We need you to sit down, G. Like, you're not really being our friend right now. You're going to parties with us on Wednesday." And I'm like, "Y'all are crazy. I'm trying to run a business. Like, what are you talking about?" Like so what you guys gotta understand is like, the opportunity was there. So I just took it. I didn't care what anybody thought. I still don't care what anybody thinks. Like when I told people in my hometown that I was gonna like be on the cover of magazines and own a gym, they thought I was effing crazy. But guess what? 11 covers later, business partners with Arnold, messing with Tiger, like icons. I've been in the presence of greatness in so many different ways because of that grind. I just turned 38 years old. I started my business, like I said, when I was 20. I've been 18 years in the game. 18 years in the game. So, as I progressed my business, I spent a decade building that. Just personal training. No one, this is really, honestly, guys, like before kind of social media, the internet, like, I would say I was the coolest dude no one knew. I'm in Columbus, I'm hustling, I'm got all kinds of clients, but really didn't get no love outside of this. I go to Arnold every year. I'm selling programs at the door. Guys, when I was 20, I sold programs at the door to get tickets in. Like, 15 years later, I'm at Arnold's house Christmas parties, hanging out with like James Cameron, and Arnold, and Franco, and Terrence Howard. Walking by him going to the bathroom. You know, like, that's what can happen. And so, when it becomes like so real, I could feel what it felt like to pick myself up at Barnes & Nobles. I knew what it felt like. My grandfather taught me how to lift weights. I was at home this morning. I drove home and saw him. He just turned 90. 6'1", 222 at 90, still lifting weights. Like a boss. He's still bigger than me. Like, he's the one who taught me how to lift weights. So we're 4th generation coal miners. We're 4th generation weightlifters. And so I wanted to be able to pick that cover off and hand it to him and say, "Yeah, you taught me how to lift weights when I was 12, I'm taking it to another level. Like, I'm going to change generations of my family. We're not going to be in the trailer pushing snow off the roof so it doesn't cave in. Man, I want to roll in a Benz. I watched a lot of rap videos too. Like, I was all messed up. Like, my whole thing was, I wanted to come up. I was Biggie and Pops when I grew up. I graduated in 97, guys. Like that, it's getting cool again, which is awesome, but that's all I saw. So that's how I identified from where I came from. And so, all right, so 10 years I just grinded that. No one knew me. So then the opportunity for Muscle Farm came up. Now, when I got the opportunity for Muscle Farm, which is a supplement company that did $200 million at its height in 8 years, okay? I was making 6 figures. I'm working 4 days a week. I got some internet hustles going on, and I'm golfing 3 days a week, and I'm chilling. And I'm like, but I don't know how much better it would have got. And this is one of my big points is, if I would have settled for that, I wouldn't be standing here. I wouldn't have been standing in the places. I wouldn't have been around these great people that I've put myself around. I said one time I would roll the dice, and I was willing to lose everything, burn the bridges, whatever you say that is, to go for it. I got the opportunity for Muscle Farm. When I say opportunity, the guy that called me had a tattered past. He sent me a baggie in the mail, which was a salt. A baggie. Didn't have no, I mean, I mixed it up and took it. I don't know what I was thinking, but I mixed it up and took it, and it was good. So I called my doctor, Serrano, who's in Pickerington here. He's one of the best formulators in the country. He's a friend of mine. The only reason I knew him is because I kept showing up to his office. By the 8th time, he finally was like, dude, what do you want? And I just said, we got to be friends. I want to learn from you. That's the other thing you guys should know. Whatever you guys want to do outside of football, whoever locally, regionally, or internationally does what you want to do, you need to be around them. And what's that mean? I am the most relentless dude you are ever going to meet. If I wanted to learn from Coach, I'd be sleeping on his porch. Serious. That's how I know these people I know. I mean, that's it. Because I'm that. So I know Serrano. So when I get that opportunity, I'm like, I got a formulator. Because I already bothered him. We're already homeboys. I can just call him and say, I got a formula. Can you check it for me? Then it was like, oh, you know what? The UFC started to get kind of hot. Maybe we should do some marketing there. Biggest successful marketing thing ever in UFC history. I started marketing in UFC 96. I mean, I had all the studs, all the way through, all the champions. Was around them. Vacation with Dana, Lorenzo, Cabo, Rashad, Rampage. I trained Rampage for his title fight. So just all these opportunities. But I was willing, like, when I say willing to roll it all, it was I gave all my clients away. Every dollar I had, I raised every dollar I could find. It was everything all in from the time I got up to the time I went to sleep for 8 years. That's what a real grind. Like, I'm not on Instagram popping bottles, guys. That's not what entrepreneurship's about. It's about I get up at 3 a.m. and I go to bed at 11. I mean, we just did a book on iTunes called Entrepreneur or Wantrepreneur. It went #1. The day I released it, it stayed in the top 10 for 2 weeks on audiobooks on business. Y'all can pick it up. And what I tell you is that if you're signing up for this ain't no clock in, clock out. This is the same grind you guys are going through right now with football and school. It doesn't stop. People say, well, why you sign up for it? Because there's freedom. That's why. And because I have a passion for lifting weights and helping develop people. And when I quit chasing money and started developing people, everything I ever wanted. That's it. If I do this 10 times, 15 times for free, somebody's going to pay me 20G to do it. I already know. Maybe more. Because that's how it works. So it's like, so I think that when you can dial it in. I know you guys are going through some rough times. You got the homecoming game. You guys had a couple rough games. But if you can dial in, like, why are you guys here? Like, take a deep breath for a second. Y'all are playing for this great university. You have these unbelievable opportunities. I would have gave anything to be recruited by anybody. Your opportunity right now to be mentored by these great coaches, the fact that they want to bring people in to make you guys better, like, kudos to Jake, been donating all, guys, he's grinding on these videos when y'all are sleeping. I'll guarantee you that. Because he ain't even on my team if he ain't got that. There's no spot. Somebody else will take it. I got people emailing me every day that wants his spot. Because they want to learn from me. They want to learn from my crew. That's what it takes, guys. He said, I'm in football. I said, I know. But them videos are still due. And you better not slack on coach. You better not slack on your studies. Because as soon as he's done with football, guess who's going to be paying him? Me. Because he's earning it right now. But that's an opportunity. The reason why I know Jake is because guess what time he comes to the gym? Because I'm only there at 4 in the morning. He's been showing up at 5, 4, donating time. He's listening to the process. That's what you guys got to do. The same thing with whatever y'all want to do. So that's the kind of thing that I want to make sure that I get across today is that you guys are here for football. I get it. But this is way bigger than that. The passion you're putting on the field, the opportunities you have here in school, but what you can apply it to once you get out of here is so big. All right, so there's a couple things I want to talk to you guys about. A big thing is legacy and what you expect out of yourself. Like, when I get up every day with this mentality that I expect to win, no question. If we're in a big scenario, in the boardroom, on the field, I don't know about on the field, y'all got me there. In the weight room, I can hang with you a little bit. I squatted 540, 181 in my best meet. Like, you want me to represent you. If I'm in a boardroom, because I'm going to win every time. Because I got the confidence, because I prepared. So what I want you guys to think for a second, y'all are having a little rough time. Are you preparing at your best ability every day right now? Are you? Because when I get up at 3 and go to bed at 11 and eat my meals on time, don't be sweating. Don't be doing that on me now. Come on. I saw that. Are you preparing every day to the best of your ability? Because I bet there's a couple people in here thinking, oh, I could go to the training room a little bit more, I could do one more set, I could do one more set of abs, I could do one more set of hamstrings, I could do one more thing to make rehab, like not just hang it all out on the field. If you want to be ultimately successful, it's the preparation. Now, I'm sure Coach talks about this, but I am not that special. And I talk about it all the time. I don't do anything that's special. I'm just one of the most consistent people you ever meet, and I don't fucking miss. Straight up. I don't miss. You guys train with me, I don't miss. In over 20 years, that allowed me to be on 11 covers. When I got the opportunity for Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is my biggest idol, to be my business partner, I said, I'm outside the lobby, and I see the governor's seal. I walk in and I see life-size Terminator, life-size Predator, all the bodybuilding trophies. Man, I could have pissed out my leg. I mean, for real, most people would have. I said, no, I've been preparing for 15 years for that opportunity. If I walk out of here and I don't have him as my business partner, man, I'm a bitch. Straight up. Like, people will know me because I stand by Arnold. It's all who you stand by. I stand by Arnold. When I stood by Tiger, you know what he said? How's Arnold doing? I wasn't even scared to talk to Tiger because I already talked and got a business that did millions of dollars with my idol that no one knew, that I could own a gym, got no abs. Man, no one was going to bet on me. I willed my way to there from preparation and work. That's what it takes. You know what? I just saw Arnold when I was in Cali 2 weeks ago. I left Muscle Farm because it was just time for me to do something else. You know what he said? Man, when you was out, I was out right after you. Because you know what he told me? I told him, man, when I'm lifting with your son, he says, hey, can you help me with my bench? And Arnold says, I said, man, ask your dad. It's Arnold. He said, man, he wants to listen to you. He looks up to you. Arnold said that to me. If I could have, man, if God would have came down, I couldn't even have made that up. When I was doing the deal with Arnold, I was on the cover of Fitness RX with all 3 of my kids at the airport. You can just pick it up. One of the investors bought it, threw it to Arnold in the meeting. I'm sitting in Arnold's office where I've seen pictures of him smoking cigars, doing these big meetings, hanging out, and he's looking at me on the cover of a magazine with my 3 kids, pulling out the poster. Like, I'm like this. Is this even real? And so these spots that I've been in time is because of preparation. But I'll tell you even more is because of the purpose. When you guys you'll find your passion. It could be accounting, lifting, whatever it is. But when I moved here, I said, somebody has to put the gorilla on their back and change what's going on in my family. I'm the last one that's going to dig coal. I'm the last one that's going to have the same financial skills. I'm going to change it. My kid just got, he's doing this Musical.ly app thing, which is hot with these younger kids. He got like 7,000 fans on it because he's good at these little videos. Some other app just poached him to come to theirs. They've been featuring him all week. He had 30,000 views on the video today. Like, that's what I'm teaching, is he's editing film. He's working on YouTube. It's a new age. He sees how that operates. I don't go clock in and clock out. When he comes home from school, one day I had Maurice Claret, Beanie Wells, and Boom Heron all doing sled drags in my yard. That's what we do. It's different, but it's normal. Right? My neighbors are like, what the hell is this dude? I tell myself vitamins. I just say, I sell vitamins. They don't know. That's the best way to explain it. So look, guys, if you could take anything from this whole thing, is like, it's really just about the work. But if you have that purpose, when I told myself, I am going to take it on and make it different for everybody else. I always joke and say that my grandkids will say, Grandpa was a G. And I know they will. Because there's probably going to be some trust fund they're waiting on to kick in because of what I'm doing. I mean, but at the end of the day, I knew that if it could be bigger than me, it's not just about me. It's about you. Like, I only need one light bulb in this room to come on. I already know I got one, because he's already rolling with me. But one more. I only need that. That's the only difference I need here today. If I turn one more on, you learn one thing from me today that could change the history of what you do. That's worth it to me. That's worth me driving up here when I got 5 other things I could be doing, to be honest with you. Because I packed 1,000 orders, ran a tape gun for 36 hours this week, because I'm not above any of that shit, to get these new orders out for my new supplement brand that we sold $100,000 in the first week. Like, guys, my mom's rent was $100. I came home and saw our W-2 on the table, and it was like 12, 15 grand for the year. I said, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do that in a month. Now I can do it in a day. I mean, it's just amazing what you can do with your life. And so I think that the big thing that I want to get across is that daily strategies is one of the biggest thing I want to leave you guys with. Every day, my daily strategy is pretty much the same. It's up, it's train, it's development. What's that mean? It's up, right now it's a little crazy. I'm up at 3. I know it sounds crazy. I go to bed at 10:30, so I go about 5 hours. You can cheat the system a little bit. If you're, one, I'm not trying to break any world records. I'm just trying to look good. But the diet, the supplements, and then optimal sleep, I cheat the system a little bit, 5 hours. I get up at 3, I'm right to the gym. I'm training for an hour and a half, but on the way to the gym, it's a half-hour drive to my gym, I'm listening to something to make me smarter. Audiobooks, podcasts, there's so much free shit, guys, you gotta know. You got no reason not to get better. Whatever your angle is, whatever you like, develop yourself on the way to the gym. I train, I develop myself on the way to the gym. By 7:30, I've already studied for like an hour and a half. Maybe more than any of y'all studying right now. Yeah. You know what? Laugh, because Coach here. Probably an hour and a half of that, and an hour and a half of training. So I've got 3 hours in. So if me and you are in the same business, unless you're the most focused, efficient person I ever saw in my life, you can't beat me. It's just a pure fact. Because I'm going to do it 10 years, 15 years. It's a compound effect over time. That's what turns into greatness. You guys all have it in you. It's just about whether or not you want to bring it out. So create a daily strategy, not just for football, but just for life. And I think it can do some pretty amazing things for you guys. That's really what I have for you today. If you guys want to ask any questions,
Absolutely.
If you guys have any questions about business, training, anything, you got me. I'd love to answer them. I enjoy Q&A, so don't be scared. What's up, man?
Can we get a wake your ass up?
Yeah. Wake your ass up! I can get it every day. Any other questions? Y'all got me. Don't be scared.